President Zelensky tells EU leaders that Russia must stop making unnecessary demands in exchange for peace in Ukraine. U.S. President Donald Trump signs another executive order, this time to dismantle the Department of Education. And Hamas says it launched 3 rockets at Tel Aviv, the first time it's known to have fired back since Israel resumed its military offensive in Gaza. It was established in 1979. It has around 4,400 employees, and in 2024 it had a budget of $238 billion US dollars. That is less than 2% of the total federal budget. The department oversees student loan programs and grants that help low-income students attend university. It also provides services that support students with disabilities and those living in poverty. In addition, it enforces civil rights law designed to prevent race or sex-based discrimination in federally funded schools. But what the Federal Department of Education does not do is operate the schools themselves, nor set the curriculum taught in classrooms. That responsibility belongs to states and local districts. And the top Democrat in the Senate, Chuck Schumer, criticized the president's move, writing in part on X, attempting to dismantle the Department of Education is one of the most destructive and devastating steps Donald Trump has ever taken. This will hurt kids. Huge crowds of demonstrators defied a ban on public protests in Istanbul in support of the city's mayor, who is in police custody. Ekrem İmamoğlu, the main rival to Turkey's president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, was arrested days before he was expected to be named as a candidate for the 2028 presidential election. He's charged with corruption and abetting a terrorist organization. And China defended its decision to execute 4 Canadians found guilty of drug offenses, saying it acted in line with the law. The Canadian Foreign Minister, Melanie Joly, condemned the execution, saying her government asked Beijing for leniency. All 4 prisoners were dual Chinese-Canadian citizens. Before we go, a judge cleared U.S. singer Mariah Carey of copyright infringement over her 1994 hit All I Want for Christmas Is You. Songwriter Adam Stone alleged that Carey's song, featured in Love Actually, exploited his song from 1989, which also had the same name. The U.S. judge rejected those claims, referencing expert testimony that said both contained Christmas song cliches.
And one of the world's busiest airports, Heathrow in the UK, is experiencing a significant power outage that could last hours.
A fire at an electrical substation closes Heathrow, the UK's busiest airport. The outage means there'll be no flights in or out for the whole of Friday.
The airport is going to be closed until midnight tonight, and Heathrow is telling no one to turn up here today because you will not be flying anywhere. Flights that were due to come here are being diverted to UK and beyond airports.
Now, a reminder of our top headline this afternoon. Heathrow Airport has shut down following a fire at a nearby electrical substation, leaving thousands of passengers stranded. And coming up, we join Flash, the Border Force sniffer dog, searching for cocaine bundles being dropped off the British coastline.
Flights start arriving at Heathrow after a day of chaos caused by a fire at an electricity substation nearby. Hundreds of thousands of passengers have been delayed, but the airport says it will be fully back up and running on Saturday.
Tomorrow morning, we expect to be back in full operation, so 100% operation as a normal day.
Counter-terror police are leading the investigation into the blaze that sparked the chaos. Officers say there's no indication of foul play so far. We'll get more from our correspondents. Also coming up on The World Today, President Trump has contracted Boeing to build a next-generation fighter jet as Elon Musk visits the Pentagon to discuss tensions with China. The Prince of Wales has met with Estonian forces training alongside British troops.